He's backed it and supported it. They came together with an idea how they were going to execute it, and they're getting results now. I mean, that's kudos to those guys for making it happen.
Absolutely. National championships, too, in the AMA pro ranks, as well as we turn our attention now to 250B limited class racing. It is Noah Smurden coming into this one with the 1, as well as Gage Linville, the 402. Derek Leatherman looking at a second place position is Bryce Shelley, the 34. Also taking a second, Alex Ransom, the 73. And Hamden Hudson coming in with thirds in this one. We see James Clough. He took a 4th on the number 15 machine in his first moto bid out there. And our other 4th place position finisher was that of Dominic Butcher. As race 10, 250B limited off and rolling. And our champions, Nick Romano with the gold, Chance Hymas in second, and Brandon Scher would take home the bronze.
On the 2-stroke.
On the 2-stroke. Heading down to see Wes Kane at the Yamaha Mini O's podium. I should say the Yamaha podium at the Thor Mini O's, is I guess.
There you go.
Made it sound like, but anyway, you know what I mean. Wes is down there. We're going to the podium. We're going to celebrate. Right now, though, we're checking out what's going on in this 250B limited class, and Wes is not ready yet. Yeah, we see that, and we see that we've got. Whoa! Look at this. Is that Linville, the 402, getting off to that big start out there? That's what he needed out here.
Wes Kane in hair and makeup, waiting for the pro podium.
Well,
I believe that is Gage Linville, Rodney, and this has been big for him. He had not some great starts throughout this week, and we talked about how he was able to move through the pack and always be there fighting for top 3s, fighting for wins, regardless of how the start he got. So with Gage Linville and this kind of start, look out for the rest of the 250B limited class.
Can we say it's over? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I hate to but look at it. I mean,
he's got a pair of KTMs named Noah, the both of them. Smurden and Stevens behind him in the 2 and 3 spot. So I don't think he's got a good gap on him right now, but it ain't going to be there long.
2 seconds is what we were looking at as they head up over the Gator now, and onto the Gator back goes your leader, Gage Linville, Noah Smurden, Noah Stevens, Bryce Shelley, Nick Laurie, your top 5.
Megawatt making his way back into the booth. We'll give Rodney Tomlin a hot minute to get recouped here. Mega, you got to be a spectator in that last one, man. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I stood back here with Luke Kalati and his dad. Down to the podium.
There you go,
All right. Brandon Shar down here. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah! Good job finishing 3rd, man. What a way to hang with those guys. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank Club MX. Thank you for letting me come and support all of our group. My wife, Fallon. Dad, I know you're up there. So, yeah, everybody. FXR, thank you very much. Garnet, Asterix, 6D, thank you for the new helmet. And then, yeah, Bikewise Enzo. You guys are awesome. Suspension was pretty good. I would definitely want too stiff, but you make do with what you got. And, yeah, everybody else involved with the bike and everything, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Brandon. Guys, give him a round of applause. Good job out there. Where is Chance Hymas at? Chance Hymas finishing 2nd. Guys are all hauling the mail out there. Congratulations, Chance Hymas. I know it's not what you wanted, but way to fight. Who do you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom and dad and the whole HRC Honda crew, Tommy for sticking behind me. It's been a rough week and trying to get back on the horse and do what I can, but Noel's over at Scott, keeping my vision clear. Fly, Scott, Alpine Star Pod, Jake Weimer for coming out here and helping me all week, John Wessling for getting me in shape, and everyone else, thank you.
Congratulations out there. Give it up for Chance Hymas. And now your 250 Pro Sport champion, Nick Romano. Give it up. Here comes Mike Burkeen. Nick Romano, congratulations out there. You're going to hold on to that for a second. Great ride out there. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my whole Monster Energy Starting Yamaha team, my mom, dad, sisters, Bell Helmets, 100% Goggles, Store, Alpine Star, my trainer guy, Swanapool, Georgie, Trevor, Drew, everyone at the team, my mechanic Morgan, team manager Jensen, all the boys back home,
and everyone else forgot. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Give it up one time, your 250 Pro Sport champion, Nick Romano. Hats off to the Star Yamaha team. Good job out there. All right, take it away from the Yamaha podium. Yeah.
Gage Linville doing work out front. Megawatt is turning a 152 after 2 laps, or on his second lap, I should say. Smearden in the number 2 spot, and Stevens rounding out that top 3 right now.
Yes, Smearden Stevens locked in a battle. As you said, Linville turning those 152s, has a gap of 4 seconds right now. There comes your leader right past us. There comes the 44 of Smearden. He's picking up just a little ground over Stevens. And look at Shelley and Nicholas Lowry, I believe that is. Let's double check that as they come through the finish line. But right now, a little shakeup up front as Smearden puts a little bit of a distance on Stevens. Linville this time around 5.7 seconds out, Mikey, so he increased that lead from about 4.5 seconds to 5.7. Picked up another second and a half. Now that is Nelson has moved himself up into the 5th position while Lowry loses on that exchange we were talking about. He comes out in the 6th position.
A tough break for Nick Lowry.
And take a look at that 152 for Linville. That's impressive right now. Late in the day, this track's hammered right now. Just about 5 minutes before, starting to see this thing really get tough. And he's able to put about 2 seconds per lap on him here after 3.
It's impressive. Gage Linville, I was talking before you jumped in the booth, you know, earlier in the week, he wasn't getting the starts that he needed, but it didn't matter. He was still working his way through the pack like he did in the first moto of this 250B class where he took first place. When I saw him get the good start here, I said, look out, everybody else, if you're in 250B right now.
Hey, Mikey, in a quick comment, how about everybody we've had come through the booth here? We've had Jordan Jarvis, we've had Shelby Rowland, we've had Danger Boy come through, we've had LeBlanc and him earlier in the week.
Thor Powell.
Exactly, Thor Powell this morning. And I have to tell you, man, we have some talented young riders on and off of the track. No two ways about it. And Logan Best joined us just a little bit ago. Got a few laps left. Luke, sit down and put that headset on.
Yeah, come on here, Luke.
Luke Kalatsian, sit down and put that headset on, bro. Absolutely. Get him lined up here, Mikey. Get that microphone
pull that mic in real tight. I almost want to kiss it like it's your prom date. Are you ready? You're hot. You're
all right. Welcome Luke Kalatsian to the desk right now in the middle of this 250B. You're watching Gage Linville, Noah Smearden. Look at those 154 and 153, almost identical times as these guys work their way through. What's that say about the track right now, Luke?
Oh, the track's brutal. Times have really slowed down out there, but it's crazy. Gage got out front early, and the separation is so big, you know, getting that start, getting out front early. And once that lead guy gets away, it's really hard to catch him. So you see the battle for second and third, and then it breaks up again, and then there's a tight pack further back in the pack.
You and your dad and I, we stood there and we watched that pro race just a minute ago, and we figured out something really important. How decisive one small line can be, and it was an equalizer in that last moto, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Once they were kind of playing catch and chase, and once Romano picked up on that one line Hymas had on him, it really just it took away his one advantage he had on him, and it equaled out the gap. And from there, he just couldn't get close enough. The gap stabilized, and couldn't catch him.
An example of how important it is of track awareness, you know, and having that information.
Absolutely. You just got to keep your eyes open out there on the track and move the lines around and really just search.
Right now, I got to think Linville has got an FM transmitter in his ear, and we heard him say that Smearden and Stevens, we're going to be right there with him because 4 laps into this thing, he's on a 7-second lead, and well, looking at him on the track now, I think it's going to be more than that.
Oh, yeah, just do the basic math. You know, he's running that 152, and these other guys almost 2.5, sometimes 3 seconds back. And without congestion right now, without lappers, he's able to tack that on lap after lap after lap. And that consistency, that's what we got to have, isn't it, Luke? That's what it takes to put these races together.
Absolutely. He's out front just running his own race, no pressure from behind, has a huge gap, and he's really able to search on the track and find the smooth lines. There's no pressure, doesn't have to guard and protect, so just putting laps in like he's on a practice day.
So it puts extra emphasis on that start, huh, bro?
Hey, start's key. That's the only place you can pass all the guys on the track.
That's what I told him a week ago. That's the only time you can pass 39 guys at one time.
Mini Mega Man. Bryce Shelley checked in the number 4 spot. Trevin Nelson rounding out the top 5. James Clough, who picked up a position last lap in 6. Alex Ransom on the move. Dominic Butcher, where are you at?
There you
Not
go.
checked in.
Yeah.
Hamden Hudson checks in, as does Nick Laurie. And I'm starting to think maybe the 52 machine. I don't see any caution flags out there, but he definitely went down somewhere.
Yeah, I hope maybe a mechanical, hopefully he's not hurt, but like you said, we don't see any lights or any cautions anymore.
Now off the leaderboard entirely.
With that being said, 5 in the book. Waiting for Linville to come back by. Last time a 152.2, the gap 8 seconds. So look for that to expand this time as well. Smearden able to turn at 153, and Stevens last time at 153.8 to a 153.9. So these guys have really neutralized each other. They are on identical pace right now.
Yeah, Noah Smearden on screen right there. Into the split lane section right here. Same line choices. And as everybody who has sat with us this week, does the drone not give you a perfect look at how these lines have developed?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you're down there and you're eye level at the track, it's pretty hard to tell what's working and what's not until you really see 2 guys go through. And that split lane being one of the trickiest places, because you try it in your race and you think that was the hot ticket, and then you get past, so you go back and then you get past on the other lane. So it's a tricky one.
Hey, you guys are going to be on that Supercross level of 450 guys and 250 guys of going back and reviewing footage now of Minios and saying, all right, hey, here's where you went, here's where you should have went. These guys are going to start, the teams are going to start dissecting this. If they're not already, you're behind the 8 ball.
Listen, you missed a conversation back there a little bit ago where the Yamaha guys are talking, Luke and his dad are talking, there's texting going on. So believe me, there's information being transferred, believe me, right now, how these lines have changed moto to moto.
Yeah.
I asked Luke when we talk about dropping into Gator Falls, yesterday those things were over foot peg deep leading in those ruts. They were from one side of the track to the other. And I asked him, I said, does it seem like they got 5 feet longer, each time? And he said, oh, every lap.
Yeah. 6 laps into it now. Gage Linville, 9.5 second lead. Smearden still in that number 2 spot. Stevens in 3rd. Shelley in 4th. Nelson rounding out that top 5. Not a whole lot changing up there. Pretty good distance. Good little battle for that number 6 spot. Alex Ransom knocking on the door of James Clough.
How awesome to have the cloud cover today, Luke.
Oh, it was awesome. This morning we, in the 450 Pro Moto, we lost it like 5 minutes before our moto, so we had the sun going, and but the track conditions have stayed pretty good all day. The moisture's in the dirt, and makes for some good racing.
Been blessed all week, really. We had one cool morning there. I think it was Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And other than that, man, these have been perfect racing conditions and traction everywhere on the course.
Absolutely. Ruts everywhere. Dirt's awesome. Making for some great racing.
Speaking of great racing, Gage Linville now a 153. Best lap, a 152.19. So the consistency sticks. White flag is out now, and we look at lap 7, a 154.1. Smearden yet to check in. Now he's checking in. He's got a 154.2. So again, keeping a very even pace right there, but the damage is done. The gap is set.
Yeah, and that white flag coming out. Linville's got to do his job. DYJ, do your job. Keep it on 2 wheels. But he's had that luxury of clean air in front of him on the jumps. I mean, he's been able to hit his marks.
Absolutely. Who's coming up next, Mikey?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Megawatt, because it's race number 11, and as we all know, that is Super Mini 1.
Oh, man.
Super Mini 1, 12 to 15 coming up next. That'll be followed by race 12, which is your Masters 50 plus on deck. They're down in the starting gate, the Super Mini guys. Ready to rip and hold roll here in a moment.
Coming up on that 4 o'clock hour, Mikey, we have blazed through another day of racing here, man.
Hard
like
to
it
believe.
stands. Yeah, you and I were at breakfast this morning. Mega, man, I can't believe we're past Thanksgiving. Wednesday, I can't believe it's hump day.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I can't believe it's Thanksgiving. Now, Friday, man, we're cashing this thing out, man. Luke, what's next for you? What are you going to do? Where are you going? What's up for the winter? What are we doing?
Just riding, practice some Supercross. From here, possibly go do AZ Open, do the Supercross Futures qualifier there, and then make our decisions from there, decide what we're going to do.
Good. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. This guy came out of nowhere a couple years ago. Loretta's. We're checking him out. We're figuring out how to say his last name, and he comes up.
It is one of those.
He says K-L-A-Z-N. He writes it down like I'm 3 years old. And it was perfect. Which is what
we need.
What you have to do. He even used a crayon, I think. But anyways, I was able to figure it out. We became buddies right away. This guy was practicing on one of Kyle Lewis's old 500s or 250s. What was it?
A 450.
A 450. Yeah,
450.
And he comes out, and we put him on a 2-stroke. They've got him out there ripping. They put him on a smaller bike, and came out and just turned everybody's heads right away at Loretta's and put you right on the map. And been a lot of fun watching the progress since, bro, for sure.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kalatsian.
Oh, it was
That's a name.
The word